It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A handoff running left is Mostert. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Hines now on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end Dawson Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 48 yards. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here? If to a hit, and the ball is out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. That is caught, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, Mostert, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here's Mostert.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now Tua. Steps away to his left.
Just a crazy.
It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
To gather that one in and take it to the house.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
That answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And this returnable for Hines. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flushed out right.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. What a run there from Josh Allen. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Dolphins' 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Left side, Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Working his way in there that time, Melvin Ingram to make the stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Allen going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Allen now on first down. Touchdown!
Gabriel Davis
from 10 yards out.
And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll get, and it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our 2nd half blowout material.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
Stephon Diggs. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution? On the handoff, most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you've got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills.
Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Fights through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Tua sets up to pass it. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. On play action, here's Tua. Sliding out of... And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Berrios now from his end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Tua going to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now Cook running right. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 16.
Here's Cook again.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run with Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Tua. And that's caught inside the 35. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Tua going to try and throw for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. So Allen's going to look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.